Hello there again. Today I'm going to show you how to put yourself in the picture. In other words, you may have a picture of the Eiffel Tower or somewhere like that. Today I've just picked a beach in Hawaii, and I've got a picture from off the internet, and that I'm going to use to show you how to do it. Now you can do this with say you've got a photo of somewhere and you're not in it, you're not in that picture, in the photo. You've got another photo of yourself, and I'm going to show you how to take yourself out of that picture and place you in where you think you'd like to be. Okay, I've named it how to put you in the picture. I'm using today for this, I'm using PowerPoint 2003. I use this because I know it better than any of the others. Each time we get an update of PowerPoint or Microsoft Office, it changes a lot of things, and I just find it slower and harder to use them. But you may very well be up with the play on the later ones, 2010, and I think there's a later one than that out now too. But whatever you use, you'll get the same effects. With the later versions of the PowerPoint, you've probably got a choice of more effects in it. But anyway, the other program I use is Photo Filter Studio X. It's the pro version of Photo Filter. You can get a free version off the internet. It hasn't got quite as much in the way of tools in it as the Studio X, which I'm using and I've had for some time. So we'll get a new slide. I've got the PowerPoint open, my PowerPoint open. Right, I'm going to put a new slide in there. Now I've put some pictures on my desktop just to speed things up. Now I'll put a new slide in here. I'll just shrink it down for a second. Now I want to use this picture here, so right click and copy. Go back to your PowerPoint. This will be out of your site where I've got it on my toolbar down below. So open up the PowerPoint again. Now you've copied that picture that you want, and you right click and you'll get this drop down, click paste, and that picture is in there. Don't worry about these other things. You can see how it comes up to, you can actually take them out. I don't really worry about it because they're not there in the finished article. Now I'm just right clicking and bring up cut, and that'll take that out. Now I want to put that to the full screen here, so I'll just now click on the picture and you'll see these dots. They're called handles. Right, you just put your cursor against it till it goes to a double-ended arrow. Left click and hold it and take it up to the corner. Now the same here, double click, single click and hold it and bring it down. You might just have to adjust. You might get I sometimes take it a little bit over because I don't want the black line around it. I'll just take it a fraction further. Okay, now we've got that picture there waiting for us to use. Now I'll shrink that down. Now Now we'll go into Photo Filter. I'll bring that up. I've got the girl sitting there. I'll take that out. Right, I've got that on my desktop, so I'll get it. This is how we get it, and this is in Photo Filter Pro. Left click, go to open. Now I'll just scroll down, see where that picture is that I want to use. There it is there. Now that will go in there. What we're going to do, we're going to actually cut, say for instance this is you in a photo, in your own photo, and you want to cut yourself out. I'm just using these as a demonstration, but say that's you, okay, and you want to take yourself out of that photo. Over here on the right hand side you'll see my cursor. These are called polygon. Now left click and bring your cursor back over here. Now you'll see it's got the same little picture on it that we've got here, because you clicked on it. Now that's ready to use as that polygon. Now you start anywhere, but I find it you just left click and hold it. Hang on. Now we just move it up the outline and click it where you're sort of changing direction, or you just click it. Like up in here, you're going to have to sort of just try and guess to follow the outline, because you can't actually see it. And as you go around corners, it pays to just a little bit, and you get to a point and you click it again. Now you want to go, we want to go up there, because it's still a curvature. It doesn't pay to go too far along it, otherwise you'll just get a straight line. Now we can sort of speed it up here, just on the outside of the line, and that's starting a little bit of a curve there, so we'll click and right in there, then up here, and there's curves here, and you just click it, and then going up. I've actually gone a little bit far there. I'll bring it back down. You just a little bit, just a little bit. Like I say, where there's a curve, just do small stretches of the line. Here we go, up here. You need eyes like a hawk and the patience of Job. But you know, if you enjoy these things, it's not work. See, I've gone a little bit straight here, but we can possibly correct that later. Sometimes it's very, very hard to see, and you just go here, and it's, you know, it's quite a time-consuming process, but you just follow that, and where you get like there's an eyebrow there, you can sort of just come out a little bit and back in. You can tidy it up afterwards, which I'll show you if need be, and we'll just, very hard to see, just now sometimes, especially where there's hair, it's not, that can be very hard to actually see and get it all in. Now I'll just go around the exterior. I've missed a bit there, but that won't even be noticed. over there. If you want to, you can just go up here and you can get that little bit of hair sticking up there. Carry on around the exterior, and once again little clicks because we've got to go into a dip there. Around here, little dip. You might find it a little bit awkward at first controlling your mouse. I've done a lot of this, so you know, like I always say in just about every tutorial I make, practice makes perfect. And as you can see, I'm just need to go in there a little bit more, and down here, and there, and you can more or less cut back straight up your own line there, and up into there. Now down around here. I'm doing this fairly quickly, but it doesn't matter how long you take to do it, and you might make a mess of it for the first time because it's a little bit tricky, but you practice at it and you get better and better. Now I want to get these straggly bits here, then back up a little bit further, back up. We don't need those. Back up here. We're starting to curve there, so little clicks. Then we'll go across to the body again, down there. Some of it you can miss out because you can, once you get used to it, you can put some of these like straggly bits of hair and stuff in. I mean, it's a matter of choice whether you want to put this ribbon tie on. See, I'm trying to go too big because we're getting into a curve. And if you don't sort of do these little, now there, where am I? There and down to there. Now we can cut across there. Where are we? There to the other side of that ribbon, so we can just go up a little bit there and follow that curve around and get up onto the arm again, and a little bit further into that corner, so but even a bit more, so that it comes down the line there. Now we could follow this so that where it looks as though it's underwater, but you can sort of add different effects afterwards if need be, which I'll show you. But I'm doing it this way, and you just little bit and then up, and these gaps here you can take out afterwards. And now we just follow the line of the water where it meets the body. We can put that in there, which I'll do. What time it'll take is just right on the end, so we can turn around and just follow the loop and up into here. We'll just carry on there. But you know, as I say, it's very time consuming, and you just sometimes you'll miss the point where you should sort of cut off in another direction, and that can actually mess things up a bit. But See, I'm just going along the line of the water where it meets the leg there. Now I'll cut straight across here because I can take that out afterwards. Where are we? Just there, on there, and then we'll just carry on around the line. Here we can just little bites at it and back down the other side. We're nearly there. There. Now we've reached where we started. Now see how that all of a sudden came up in a frame, and there's a line, a dotted line running around where we've taken that where we drew around the body. So put your cursor in the middle of the picture, right click, crop image. Now that has taken out everything else except for the body that we cut out. Now we want to have this background here. Now go across to your eyedropper here. We'll just and makes a copy of that color which is up here now. Now so that we can we'll click on there with the paint pot and try and take out as much as you can just by left clicking as much as we can. Sometimes you can't get it all out, but in that case we can go to the paintbrush here and we can go over to this dot for a start. Now because we've allocated this color here, so it'll just be on here anyway. So and we just move it down and we can see there I've made a dent in the leg. Now if you make a mistake, just go up to edit, undo paintbrush, and it will take that where you made a mistake. You just carefully, you can actually enlarge hang on, we'll go actually enlarge the paintbrush to slightly bigger, and it's a little bit easier to manage. I want to take those white things out there. You've got to be very careful, otherwise now you go to a smaller brush, a smaller circle. We can cut that right back to that size. In there. Now I've made a blue there. Okay, up to edit, undo paintbrush, and we can just very carefully do that again. I've done it again. Never mind, it won't even be seen. Take them out. Now you can, there's places here. I'll go back to the paint pot. Now you just get the corner of the paint pot there where there's blue of the original background. You just click it. See how it's come up a bit fuzzy there, so you can edit, undo fill tool. You can just do it again, just move it very very carefully. Now down here I want to fill that in with the background color, because we're going to put a transparent background into it. And anywhere there's the original blue, it will show up. Not that it really matters, because it would be disguised by the new picture that we're going to put you in. A little bit there. Okay. Nothing else. Right. That looks as though it's all right. Now we'll just do that again. Click it all over so that you get a copy of that that color all through. because sometimes if we don't, it won't. Now we're going to put a a transparent background. Excuse me, transparent background in. Okay, we'll go up here. This little icon here. When you put your cursor against, it'll come up transparent color. Now left click it. Now more often than not, this tolerance will be up here somewhere. I always move it back here because it can put too much in the way of transparent background in more than what you want. And then click OK. See, now that's changed to all, but I missed some here. See how that hasn't come up? We can actually, there's another thing you can do. You can, this little, it's called a magic wand. You can put that, and you can just click in there, put the cross there, and see how there's a green line running around there? Well, we can do that with, go up to image, automatic transparency, inside, but now we've changed it, it's taken that out. We can actually, no, they're alright, a little bit there. We'll just try it there for a start, or inside transition, there. Alright, now that's put a transparent background into that picture. So we'll go up to File, Save As. Now I've got it, this is all predetermined because I've got it set up that way. PNG, no, you don't want that. You want to save it as a GIF file. A GIF is a transparent background of something. And we've got Bikini Girl in the water, so I'm going to save it to my desktop. I find, see, it already exists, so no, you don't want to replace it. So what we'll do is just click there, and I generally put a space and a plus, and that to the computer, that's another picture. So save, optimize palette, okay. Now I'll just shrink that down out of the way. Now that should be here. Oh, where is it? There. There we are there. Right click, copy, then go back to your PowerPoint, open up your PowerPoint again, and there's the one that we put this background picture in before. Now you copied the Bikini Girl, presumably it's you that you're putting into a photo, but for this exercise it's unknown. Left click and paste, and there we've got that girl that we cut out. See, it's not 100% perfect because there's a little bit of white still showing there, but we can dolly that up at a later date. And there's a bit of a miss over here on the leg too. Now that's out of proportion, so just click on, left click it, and see there's some handles that come up here. So just click and hold, left click and hold that, and you can just place her where, see, she's in the water, and it looks as though she's sitting in that water. Now you can, depending on how you see, you can have that right down there like that, and you can adjust that size just by clicking on the handles, and from corner to corner keeps it in perspective. If you click these sideways ones, they distort the picture, and it'll make it skinny or fat. But in this case, well, we don't want it too big. But there you are sitting on the beach in Hawaii. Okay, now we'll save that picture. Go to File, left click, Save As. down here you want to save it as a JPG format. Now you can call that whatever you want. Me. Now I want to save it back to the desktop. Save. Only one slide, so we'll just save that one. Let's shrink that down out of the way. That should be there. That's the photo that we've just made that we've put you in. Okay, now we'll put that. We'll go back into filter. We'll take that one out. Left click on file. Left click on open. Because I've got a preset on my desktop, it comes up. Now we want to find that one of the girl there. That's us there. Right. You can't really see these mistakes. There's a little bit of here. Now to correct that, you can just get the eyedropper and it's close without touching it, and you'll see that color has come up here of the sky. Now this little stick, you can left click on that. Now you can vary the size here. You can just run that down the side of there. See, and it's taken it out. It's near enough to what we want. Now, where you can actually, this is what we call a clone stamp. Now, click on that, and then you come over, and you want to. I just want to get a little bit of. That's a bit big, so I can take that down over here to 10. Now you put it on there on a skin, press down your control on your keyboard, and it's done a copy of that area there. Now you can just click it, and it'll and more or less the same here. Now up here where it looks like a hand, it's a smudge tool. So we've got it at medium. We'll just see how we can actually just left click and hold. It's a little bit trying to depict the, that bit's underwater. It doesn't have to be exact, because it's supposed to look distorted anyway, because it's under the water. But you can get it perfect if you want, just to make sure, make it look a little bit like a hand under the water. You can refine that if you want. I don't think we'll bother here, but that's basically how you do it. You put yourself in a picture that you haven't actually been there, but it's very, very hard to tell that that's not where you are. And the old story is, they've always said pictures don't lie, but you can make them lie. All right, folks. I'll just go back. I'll explain here. We want to save that. Save, save as. We want to save it as a JPG. Because it's already on your screen, it'll ask you, do you want to overwrite it? And we'll just put a ++, and the computer will think it's another photo. Okay, save. Standard. Right. Now we can go out of there, because we've got that picture saved over here. And there we are there. So I hope the water is warm as it looks. The other thing I was just going to say about was the PowerPoint 2003. Some of you may have it, but whether you got the later versions of PowerPoint, it really doesn't matter, because with a little bit of practice, you can work out how to do what I've done. And as I said before, I use PowerPoint 2003 because I know it pretty well, and it's I find it quick. What we've done today is it's probably a cheap version of it. The only thing is we're having to use 2 programs to do it. All of what we've done can be done in one program called Photoshop. Now Photoshop is a brilliant product, but it's very expensive, and it takes a lot to learn. Even though I've been around computers a little while, I find it hard to get my head around it. I find it complicated. But so I do virtually what I want with just the 2 programs I've shown you. All right. Well, hopefully you can put yourself in the picture. Practice makes perfect, as I always say. So I'll call it a day there, and we'll hopefully you'll get some enjoyment in it. Just remember, it takes time and patience. All right, folks, enjoy, and we'll catch you a bit later. Bye for now.